So, hello everyone. Today's video I'm going to start with day 9, that which we are going to talk about the uncovered things which I'm seeing in social medias about physics, everything. Obviously we are everything we are doing in this channel. So let's go into this topic, which is, let's see. Thus, Isaac Newton predicted the world could end in 2060, and he used the Bible to calculate it. The greatest scientist in history had a secret obsession nobody talks about. So that's what we're going to do today, and which is, the most people know Isaac Newton for gravity, calculus, and the laws of motion. What history quietly ignored is Newton's wrote over 1 million words on theology and biblical prophecy, more than he ever wrote about physics. He taught himself Hebrew and Greek to read ancient scriptures in their original languages. He studied the Bible the same way he studied nature. Okay? At the same time, as a code written by God, waiting to be deciphered through mathematics and reasons. What happened for Newton, science and scripture weren't opposites. They were two languages describing the same divine truth, which his prophetic writing were hidden for centuries, locked in a private collection, only rediscovered and studied seriously in 20th century. So this is how he spent more time on theology than science. Laws of motion, gravity, calculus, and millions words theology, prophecy. This is what he written and output theology writings. Okay, let's understand this properly, which it involves. Newton cracked an ancient biblical code, or believed he did. Newton became obsessed with the book of Daniel, one of the most cryptic books in the Bible, filled with visions, timelines, and prophetic numbers. He focused on one specific passage, Daniel 12:7, which speaks a times and half of the time, interpreted by Newton's as 1260 years. Newton's calculation, the prophetic clock started in 800 AD, which people Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne as a Holy Roman Emperor. Okay, the moment Newton identified as the beginning of Holy Roman Empire, prophesied in Daniel add 1260 years to 1260 years to 800 AD. The result is 2060. Is that the world is going to end in 2060? Let's go briefly on it. Not brief, to detail. The book of Daniel was the key. Newton cracked an ancient biblical code, or believed he did. This is how it manuscripted. Then the part comes. Not destruction, something far more interesting. Newton's own word, written in manuscript dated 1704. It may end later, but I see no reason for its ending sooner. He was deliberately cautious, refusing to set an exact date, only a earliest possible boundary. What Newton's predicted wasn't necessary apocalyptic destruction. He described the fall of corruption, political and regional religious institutions, the end of the world as it was then organized. So followed by new golden era, a transformed world, not an annihilated one, but Newton was more interested in what comes after 2060. He predicted more years before itself than in catastrophic itself. He saw it as a reset, not an ending. So his manuscripts explicitly warned against using calculation to predict the doom. That AI doom is now like that. He predicted what actually the Newton predicted, not destruction, but something far more interesting. We're going to. So this is what we are thinking, but the correct is the fall of institutions, new golden era, a reset, not an ending. So it may end later, but I see no reason for it sooner. That is what Isaac Newton 1704 manuscript did. So now we are in 2026. It's about more than 2 decades is coming after it. So he did this before itself. So the greatest scientific mind in history took this serious. Newton's deliberately kept these writings private. He knew they would shock and confuse his contemporaries. They were purchased by economics John Maynard Keynes at auction in 1936 only, who famously called Newton's the last of the magicians. The manuscripts are now held at Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Newton's 2060s prediction isn't French conspiracy. It is a documented calculation by history's most rigorous mathematical mind, then derived from the same methodological thinking that gave us calculus and gravity. So whether his technology was right or wrong, we don't know about it. But the question is, Newton asked remains extraordinary. So can the pattern of history be predicted mathematically? Is a big question mark. And he believed it is. He believed it will happen and we can calculate by mathematical. He calculated 2060, make of what you will. Then here is out. In 2000, no, in 19, not in 1704, Newton's writes prediction. Newton keeps it secret. Now in 1936, John Maynard Keynes buys at auction. Keynes calls Newton's. Today it is in Hebrew University. That's it. Here is how it is, and we want to call this, which we uncover quantum. That is what everything. So this is of today's video, that what Isaac Newton predicted about 2060. We'll come after a new video with other things or in social medias. So no one is talking about it. So we are talking it. This is probably the cover is for Uncover Quantum page. So you can go and search and not search about it very detailedly. So then, until then, please subscribe to my channel so that you will know what others are not speaking, just for a vibe of doing the trending reels. These are, we actually want to know about our what happened in past and what they have predicted for future. So we are, if you found this information interesting, just subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon, like, share and subscribe. So until then, bye from